through
In
brick
your
wall.
own basement.
Right down there. That's why we were coming to
Now remember, last time you guys were in there, there were guards. Keep that in mind, Caitlin.
But now we've got the doctors. So that's one thing.
He was like, no, it's
I'm just throwing out there that last time they were in there were guards. They blew away a cop immediately after they entered the place. So keep that in mind. If it's still guarded,
we have our extra guards.
so just keep it in mind. Just throwing it out there to keep in mind.
Okay, against guns, I don't think our acid will do any work.
Well, maybe.
It
It could dissolve the bullets
But it's
in the
gonna
air as it's flying.
Okay, no, Logan. Your character knows. What's his intelligence?
His intelligence is 11, and that's
You
why
don't buy
he would
that.
suspect
No,
this.
you don't buy that. You don't think that there's any way that it would stop bullets in midair.
Okay, so
All right.
he
Both
has
of you
notes.
sit down. Sit down.
He has notes in his basement.
Just
in his,
sit
his
down.
Place. He has notes.
Wait here.
Don't call the police.
Will
Don't
you
call
wait here
his
for me?
associates.
Will you wait here for me?
Just follow us into the basement.
Just
Wait.
will you both wait here for me?
Where are you going?
Will you wait here for me?
Where are you going?
You're asking me for a great deal of trust, and I'm asking you for a great deal of trust.
Okay, well, we don't want you calling any more monsters in. Like
All right.
his associates.
I will not call any monsters in.
Okay.
We'll wait, but I'm dying.
Just wait here. He leaves the room. He's back. How long do you guys want to wait?
We wait.
You tell me how long is too long. And I know how long it's going to take this guy to get back.
I think it's like.
But if I say, like, it's a half an hour later, you're like, whoa, I wouldn't have waited that long. So how long would you wait before it's like,
I'd
oh,
probably
bam,
wait
40?
like 25 minutes.
Yeah,
25
30.
minutes. So you guys would be willing to wait a good long time. So it's like 2 minutes before he comes back.
Okay.
He's with an orderly. It's not, Stab. Where's Stab? He also has a doctor's bag, actually.
My arm.
I just.
It hurts.
My face.
At least just dead.
Okay, it's this guy. It's that guy. He's the orderly. He's got a doctor's bag. He also has what appears to be a splint. Yeah, that's what he's going to start. He's going to start on you. He's going to splint your wounds. I need to look up something about medicine real quick here. Because I heard something on an audio of a game about them using medicine to heal somebody even after a first aid had been done. And I don't know if that's accurate. So I'm going to check real quick.
Our characters are so bad at this.
You're a curator of a museum. He's a freaking lumberjack. It's not like either one of you are like, I'm a fucking spy. So, yes.
It's so fun.
Gain weeks. First week. Okay, yeah, he can't actually heal you guys any more hit points. What he will do is he comes in, the orderly comes in behind him, closes the door. They close the door behind them. The orderly stands in front of the door while he treats both of you. He goes, this is Mr. What's the name on there?
Philip.
This is Mr. Smith. He's one of our daytime orderlies.
Okay, does he live here?
No, he's one of the daytime
You
orderlies.
can trust this guy. Trust this guy.
He splints your wound. He says you've got a nasty break.
Yeah.
You got a nasty fracture.
Yeah, you
it's
punched me in
this
the arm.
it's this part of your arm, and
You punched
he
me.
splits it for you.
You punched me in the arm.
For you, yeah, he's checking you. He also gets a stethoscope out and he checks your breathing. He says he believes that you've got some fractured ribs.
Feels that way.
Your sternum might be broken. The only thing that he can do is immobilize it.
Do you have any?
Your breathing sounds all right. I don't think that your breathing is. I don't think that your lungs are punctured.
Do you have any alcohol?
And then he pulls a ton of gauze out and he really tightly wraps your chest. It hurts bad. You're like,
something that.
what are you? You're still at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Right? He says, I can't. If I give you something to drink, you're gonna pass out. You're
And
barely
then
you realize this. You're barely able to stay awake right now. You're just like, you're useless in combat at this point. Okay, keep that in mind, Logan. You try anything, it's just you're done. Because technically, 1 or 2 hit points, you're actually unconscious. You managed to stay awake long enough, Kaitlyn, to yell for help, basically,
Yeah.
and fail your med check. So that's okay. The first aid check. And then he pushes Dr. Fragan's discolored chair where a lot of the goo splashed and like burned away a lot of the top. He pushes that aside and he grabs one of the chairs from one side. He sits down behind the desk and he sits in front of you and he says, "Now tell me what happened from the beginning."
Okay, there was
The orderly had a little stick too, like a baton, like a club, billy club. He's got like a little billy club, but he's just standing behind you and he's just holding it. You're claiming you melted somebody. The doctor's a little nervous.
Well, he was a monster because we tried. There was something weird going on in the asylum, so we had a friend stay in the asylum, like check himself into the asylum.
Who was your friend? What was his name?
Captain.
Yeah, his name was John Thomas or something.
John Thompson?
John Thompson.
Very well. Go.
Okay, and so they wouldn't let him out. So we checked someone else in. Captain.
No, that was.
Oh, John Thompson. Okay, so we checked John Thompson in, and when it was time for him to leave, he wasn't leaving. Dr. Fragan wasn't letting him leave.
Yes, Dr. Fragan said he had a psychotic break.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah, he didn't.
bogus.
We talked to
He
him.
was completely fine.
He
We were
was
just
not
investigating
ex-
this
yeah.
place because we heard
Yeah,
some.
it does seem strange if he was. Dr. Fragan also claimed that he was working with Mr. Washington, who escaped that.
Well, I happened to accidentally free Mr. Washington while trying to free John Thompson. So that whole ordeal with
So,
that guy.
Yes, but what I'm saying is Dr. Fragan claimed that Thompson had a psychotic break Sunday
But
afternoon,
he didn't.
and then he claimed that he was working with Washington to the police on Tuesday morning.
I mean, I would
Go ahead.
have that too in your in your position. But our good friend John Thompson, whose real name is Captain Scott, is not.
He was
not
not
mental.
crazy.
Mm,
So
alright.
he wasn't being let out, so we broke in to help break him out, and Dr. Fragan caught us, and he went "Ugh," and turned into a monster and killed our friend.
Mhm.
And we rescued a little boy, and this little boy told us some stuff, and he said that Fragan was a monster.
The Corin boy.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't have typhoid fever. He's healthy. Doctor, if you look in the stall that was there where the boy was, there were torture stuff.
I have looked in. I looked in his cell the next morning. It was
Yeah.
empty.
Last night we saw torture. The other night we saw torture implements when we rescued him. And it turns out he knows that Dr. Fragan wants to turn the squatters and everyone else into one of these monsters called Shoggoths or Shoggoths or something. And
What do you want to show me in the basement?
there's a portal, and there might be notes that Dr. Fragan took on how to change it to a monster. So,
Portal.
a portal.
Yes, you very
Like a
basement.
secret door.
No, well,
A false wall.
It
is what
freaked
I
me
heard.
out because it was a wall but had a symbol on it. My friend touched it and his hand went through the wall. It was really weird. And then he was shot.
It's alright. It's alright.
He was shot in front of me.
Because a lot of shooting went on that night. Was one of your friends one of the two men that were found dead in the lab?
I don't believe
No,
so.
you don't think so. Those two guys, actually Porter shot both of them, I believe. You shot at one of them and missed with a shot with
No,
the
those
scanner
are the
gun.
men who killed our friend, and our friend's body is on the other side of
Where did those two men come from?
the portal.
They came from the other side of
They
this
came from the portal.
thing.
Then we figured out Dr. Fragan's trying to turn everyone into monsters, and our friend, the little boy, said, "Here, make this poison. It will melt his face off."
That works great.
It will.
Didn't say that exactly, but go.
It'll melt him, and he'll be dead, and he won't try to take over the world. So we did. That's the go. He turned into the
All
go.
right.
We splashed at him. He kicked him and punched me, and then I splashed him again. He turned into go, and now we're here.
You think a normal man could kill me from across his
He
desk?
did this between you two, and the orderly comes forward and actually very carefully picks up the flask and kind of shakes it. There's still like a gurgle inside, and he
careful with that.
closes the top of it up.
Yeah, be careful with that. Be careful. Careful.
All right, you can make me another persuade check, and so can you. The thing is, Dr. Strong's in a really weird position because both of you believe what you're saying.
I got 0.
0, 0, 0 is 100. No, that's bad.
Oh, that's
You want to
bad.
roll under your persuade.
Really?
Yes, that's 100%.
What? No!
I made mine.
Did you really?
15%.
Put a check next to it.
15%.
Well done. Okay. What you're telling him, obviously what you're telling him is impossible, but you believe it, and you're being very persuasive about it. And so you're saying Dr. Fragan is the villain in all this.
He's the worst kind of person.
All right. Is there anybody else in on this little plot?
All the people who live here. They worship the god
As Arwalsa.
Arvasa, and yeah, that's why we asked.
That's why you were asking.
Because we wanted to know if we should splash you with poison. But it's okay. You passed the test. You're not dead.
Thank you.
Yes, we don't think that the other doctor has got you within his grips.
Yeah, we didn't want to make sure.
We don't want to kill him. We don't want to kill him.
You said there were men in that room that you found in the basement. The secret
Yeah.
room.
There
Do
may
you
still
think there's
be.
men in there now?
Probably.
That's why we should exercise caution. We have 2 more containers of poison.
But we were told.
He looks nervous again. when you
No,
say
no,
that.
we're not gonna use them. We're not gonna
I would be
use
careful
them.
carrying those on your person even.
Uh,
You look back, the hole in the floor is like this.
uh,
God knows what's happened in the basement down below where this office
we're
is right now.
professionals.
Professional what?
Well, now we're professional investigators of the paranormal. Believe it or not, these things exist, and we can prove it in the basement.
Well, if there are men down in the basement with guns, I don't want to see it.
Well, they're in the portal part of the basement.
But isn't that where their proof lies?
The
Okay,
proof
but
is
like-
the portal.
Wait, but Dr. Fragan has an office, and he might have bunches of notes on how he's making everyone Sharagas. So can you take us to his? Can we search through his notes in his lab or whatever, and try and?
What would the notes be in his lab or in?
It might be in his lab, in his
Here,
office.
this is his office. You guys know that you're sitting in his office right now. So.
Well, can you see any notes? We don't know where the notes might be, but we were told he had notes.
He quick checks the drawers of the desk. You hear a jingle like there's keys in one of the drawers. There's those keys you were looking for. He doesn't see finding any notes in there. Like you said, you didn't see any notes in the lab when you guys were there. And Nissa was specifically looking for them and didn't find them, even before he found the portal. Do you tell him that you've already searched the lab or anything like that?
Sure.
Okay, because that'll influence what he says. So the only place I can think that he might have his notes are in his private chamber.
Can we go there?
All right, let's go. Smith, that's Smith still, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smith.
Okay, Smith.
He's a good.
Yeah, you're hurting really bad. Stay there. Smith, get a wheelchair. And Smith comes back in a few minutes with a wheelchair that you can sit in because even
Thank
walking
you.
down the corridor might make you pass out. Smith has also brought some cloth. They fashion it into a sling for you to keep your arm immobilized as best as possible. And yeah, other arm. Lose your left arm.
Mhm.
Luckily, because if it wasn't, can you see if he hit you in the right arm, be like, no.
Oh no!
No, it probably wouldn't have happened, but it would have been awful and awesome at the same time. All right, so you guys leave the room. He closes the door very carefully behind him, and then he takes out a set of keys and locks it. Locks the Dr. Fragan's office, and he actually is looking a little suspiciously up and down the hall.
Yeah.
And then you go down the hallway and around the corner and down that hallway towards the metal door, the locked door there, which he unlocks with one of his keys. He's in the front. You two are kind of in the middle. Actually, you're behind him. You're behind her, and Smith's behind pushing. Every once in a while, you can feel like the bump of the billy club because he's like holding it in the same hand that he's got. So, and maybe he wants you to know it's there too, so you don't get any ideas. You guys go in and you can see there's a long hallway, or not a long hallway, a short hallway with 4 doors. He says he gestures to the right. He says that's Dr. Fragan's workroom. He gestures to the left. He gestures, the first door on your right is Dr. Fragan's workroom. The next one he says is the bedroom. And then he gestures to the far left door and says that is Dr. Fragan's 10. Oh, his den, and the next nearest door is the sitting room. So, workroom, bedroom, den, sitting room. And he wants to know where where we should look, essentially. Is what
You
he
should
said.
check his workroom first, right?
Yeah.
He unlocks the door. It's locked, which kind of surprises him. You see there, it's very dusty in here. Like this room hasn't been entered in a long time. There's a desk. There's a filing cabinet. There's a telephone on the desk. There's actually an accounting book that's just open. It's covered in dust. You start to kind of look. You're not really much help. You can kind of look around, but every time you try to get up, you get vertigo. You're in really bad shape. It looks like old plans, notes, correspondences, none of which are dated any like the newest ones that you can find are dated like 4 years ago.
Guess you're gonna use this room much.
It looks like it's it's just stuff dealing with the asylum.
So no mysterious helpful notes.
No, there's a lot of dust in the air right now though.
Yeah.
It's very thick, gotten very thick.
He probably has a different workroom in the basement. In the portal in the basement, that is. So he wouldn't go to this workroom at all.
Well, there's still 3 more rooms, guys.
Yeah.
Before it's like,
Okay,
let's
okay.
rush to the basement.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just saying.
All right, well, that's his bedroom.
Yeah, let's try that next.
All right, he opens it up. There's a lot of dust in here too. There's a bed, nightstand, chest of drawers.
He didn't
Some
need sleep. He was a monster.
paintings on the wall. Dr. Strong finds this rather suspicious too. I mean, this is where you're supposed to live, and it looks like the bed is the only thing that's not dusty, and there's almost like footprints that lead from the door to the bed. There's also kind of a weird smell in this room. I guess it's an organic smell, like naked people. Like a sex smell is what you're getting from this room, like sweat and that kind of stuff.
That's gross.
I don't know how much your characters had experience with anything, but there you go. You can decide.
That's gross.
Okay.
Let's leave.
Okay. Well,
It smells like college.
there's spot hiddens, please, for both of these. It smells like college. It does actually. I don't know your character is. She's never dated anybody. She would recognize the smell potentially,
Nah,
unless she's not a good girl.
I can't
Spot
But
smell
she is a
hidden.
good girl. Yeah.
She's a very spot hidden 45.
45, you got it.
32.
One of the paintings is slightly askew on the wall.
That painting is slightly askew.
Okay.
Hark!
Okay. Dr. Strong writes it. It's no longer askew.
Well, there might be something behind it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't do this either. For
we're investigating.
Actually, it proves that there is something behind it. There is a wall safe.
There's a safe.
Yes, and we
Open
can
it.
see-
I have one hand.
it's got a
Nice.
combination lock. Do you know?
Do you know?
I don't.
Do you,
The only person you would have known is now dead. Try 666.
He tries it. It's not.
what's
Try-
Dr. Friggins' favorite number?
I didn't know him that well.
What's his birthday year?
I don't know. I could probably find out in the
'Cause
files.
my combinations are not my birthday year.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it doesn't prove to be it either.
I've tried everything.
All right.
That's
Um,
all I can think
I
of.
need you to wait here. Smith, wait with them. I will be back shortly.
Don't get eaten.
Yes, keep an eye out.
Just be
I'm
nice.
only going in the next room for now.
Act
He
it.
walks back out, and you hear him get on the telephone. And he's like, "Yes, give me town hall." Evelyn, I've got some people down here with very strange, or Eliphalet is what he says. Eliphalet, I got some people down here at the asylum with a strange story, and I think Dr. Fragan might be dead. I'm not for sure. Yeah, I need to talk to you in an unofficial capacity at the moment. All right?
Can we
Yeah.
do this?
Yeah, he's right in the next room. Smith's just standing there watching you guys, though. very non-threateningly. He's got his hands like this, and he's got the billy club, kind of like head held by the middle, like that. Like he's just kind of standing there in the doorway. All right. Okay, thank you. Click. And Dr. Strong walks back in.
Who was that?
Elephant White. Elephant White.
I don't want to get too many
Is the
people
chief
involved.
constable here in town. From the rumors that I've heard, he's been suspecting Dr. Fragan of rum running for some time. I've asked him to come here in an unofficial capacity. He's a good man.
Not a monster.
And the problem here is he wants the information on the rum running if Dr. Fragan is guilty of it. If he gets it in such a way that is illegal, then he can't use it against Dr. Fragan.
Well, Dr. Fragan's dead.
That's what I told him he told me. So he should be here shortly. I'm going to go up front and make sure he comes back in immediately. I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right?
Okay.
Okay, he leaves. 5 minutes later, he's back with another gentleman in uniform, police officer,
Hello, officer.
who is Dr. Strong tries to explain what you have explained to him.
We had an officer friend, but he is dead now.
There he is. There's Elephant White. You got a police officer friend who's dead now?
He was shot by people here.
So Strong explains what you kind of explained that you're investigating this mess. He goes, wait a minute, was that Bridges?
Yeah,
Officer Anthony Bridges is dead.
he's dead. I watched it. It was awful.
So you guys kind of recap for this guy. He says, you put me in a really strange position, Strong. So you think there's men downstairs waiting with guns, correct?
Yeah,
And
big guns.
you saw the still, right? Right?
Yes, we saw some creative devices that I would recognize.
And it was in a hidden room, a secret room.
Yeah.
Alright.
That wasn't really a room at all. It looked like a portal to another dimension.
Another.
Perhaps there's probably some chemicals in that room that got your minds cloudy. Strong, I'm going to use the phone. We're going to get some boys down here. He goes in and he calls. You hear him talking to the operator who says, yeah, you tell Harvey and Mel, Jack, and Ken, you get a hold of them. I don't care if they're home eating supper with their damn wives. I don't care if they're in bed with their wives. You tell them to suit up, arm themselves, tell them to get the shotguns and grab that Thompson and get down here to the insane asylum. Yes, the one at the edge of town. Yes, Doris. I want them in cars. Just tell them. Doris, just call them on and tell them to get down. Okay. There's kind of a flurry of activity as the police constable also interrogates both of you. Who else do you think was involved in this rum running?
The orderlies.
All of them?
The ones who live here.
And then that's when Strong gives him 2 more names.
We believe all the squatters perhaps were involved.
Really? Yeah, we knew they're involved in something. Bastards.
Menace to society, those squatters.
Okay, so
Dang,
Greer and
squatters.
Blaine. Okay, Blaine and Greer are the names that Dr. Strong gives. What about who else? Everybody that lives here. So that what's her name? Ballow woman up front.
Yeah.
What about the maid? There's a maid here too, right? Strong.
Probably.
May and probably the
The land
the
person?
groundkeep.
The
Schlecht.
yeah.
The retard. All right. There's kind of a flurry of activity. You two are told to stay here in this room for now, and they both leave. When they return, they don't return for like half an hour. After which, White tells you that he's arrested all of those people under suspicion of rum running, and they are now in a paddy wagon. He's got 3 other guys with him, 3 other cops. 2 of them are armed with pump shotguns. The 3rd guy has a Thompson submachine gun. And he says, alrighty, I want you to show me this secret door or whatever it is.
wheel me downstairs.
And then there's a little old guy. He probably looks like he's like 60. He's got white hair. He's got like a cap with a bill, and he's got a tool chest of some kind. And he says, "Yeah, that's the safe that I think the evidence is in there, Farley." We're, okay, yeah, we'll get that safe open there as quick as we can. And he goes over. It's obviously a locksmith or something. He goes over and he starts working on the safe. All right, where are we going?
We're going to the basement.
Okay, let's go.
And we're
Boys, everybody,
down here.
all right, safety off. Mel. He points to the submachine gun guy. So you think there might be some men down here armed?
Well, behind the cabinet in the
Okay,
back secret room.
All right, show me. All right, let's see.
So we go.
Let's see. You notice. Oh, you don't. It went down in the furnace room. Okay. Find a nice little acid hole in the floor of the furnace room
That's
somewhere.
Nice.
Or a puddle of that crap. All right, so you go down, you lead them to the lab. The cabinet was on the end here.
Mm-hmm.
There are still bloodstains on the floor from the altercation. On the
See
floor.
what happened? Did you see that? That was.
Yes,
that
we were
happened.
here. I was here when we investigated, man.
Anyway, that. Oh, and I open the cabinet.
Okay, you open the cabinet. It's got
pull
all
the
the empty.
phosphol out.
Okay,
and
yeah. When you pull on
and,
the cases, it opens up again.
There it is. It's just pointing at the wall. The symbol.
Okay, so how do we open
Well,
this?
you go just walk through it.
Yep.
The deputies all look very like,
Just
or the other police officers.
you just walk through it. I'm not going first because when I saw someone going,
You just
they got
walk through
shot.
it.
Just walk through it.
It's a false wall. It's like
Okay,
a veil.
okay.
Like a veil.
A white draws his pistol. It's like a 38. He checks the load.
You can just touch.
He
the
walks
wall
over
right
to it
up
and he taps it, and nothing happens when he taps it with the pistol. Tap, tap, tap. How did
Just put your hand through it. Just put your hand. Just move your hand through it.
he looks at Strong? He gives him that look, like this, like what the hell?
Just gotta.
And White Smith's still down there
I
with you as well.
I walk over and I just.
Well, no. He doesn't make you do that. He looked at Strong. It took him a second. You're just like, just touch it. He finally goes, and it does. It goes right through. And he's like,
I told you. I told you.
all right, let's go.
I told you.
He looks shaken by that. And then he's gone. And the deputies all follow him right through. They all just touch it and they're gone. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm unarmed, so.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not going in there.
Okay.
I'm in critical conditions. There.
Yes, you're in bad shape. Okay. Well,
So,
all right. They are gone for maybe a minute before one of the deputies stumbles back through. There's still smoke coming out of his shotgun. He stinks of gunpowder. And he says, "Yeah, we got him. It's all clear. It's all clear in there."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the chief would like you two to come through.
alright, and I walk through and I.
He looks really shaken. This guy looks really shook up. There wasn't smoke coming out of the gun. It was too long gone. But he does stink of gunpowder.
Someone can please wheel me. I would.
Strong wants to see this too. He's like, what the hell?
So we lose a sanity.
Yeah, you're going to lose a sanity point and a magic point. And you should have gotten all your magic points back from the ones that you used before. You will recover all your magic points over a 24-hour period. So if you have 24 magic points, you'll get 1 point back per hour. It's whatever percentage that you would have. So how many magic points do you have, Logan?
13.
So 13 is, you're going to get roughly 2 back per hour-ish. And Kaitlyn, how many magic points do you have?
7.
7. So you're going to get, wait, no. You're going to get 1 back every 2 hours, Logan. You get 1 back every, 3 hours. Something to that effect. You walk through and you're back in the cave. What time is it? 3. Okay. You're back in that cave that you were in before.